I was never a popular kid at school. I was just really awkward. Whenever someone spoke to me, I would get all nervous and start stuttering a lot. I was so annoyed with myself. I couldn't make any friends and no one wanted to even bother talking to me because I was that weird kid. I believed my entire high school years would be terrible. I thought I would never be popular. That is, until I found this secret app. But before I go on, please make sure you like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. If you do, you will get popular at school. Trust me, it works. The secret app was called iPopular, and it said it could get you instantly popular at school. I was scrolling online when this ad popped up. It said, "Do you want to be popular?" I clicked on the yes button, and suddenly the app's home screen appeared. The description said, "Have you ever felt lonely at school? Do you want to be popular? Do you want to make a lot of friends? Then get iPopular now. This app will guarantee you popularity within a week of downloading the app. All you have to do is pay a small fee of $50. Come on, don't you want to be popular?" I was so desperate, so I secretly used my parents' account and bought the app. I knew they would be annoyed at me for spending $50, but couldn't they see it was worth it? If there was even a chance that this app could make me popular, it was worth $50. I kept the secret app on my phone and opened it up. It said I had to put in my address, my school's address, and my class details. It asked a bunch of personal questions like, what are your hobbies and do you ever feel lonely? I told myself to answer truthfully, so I filled in video games as my hobby, and I said yes to feeling lonely. I told you I was desperate. The app loaded the answers, and it said I would have to start my training now. The first question said, what is the best way to make conversation with someone? Then, below the question, there were some multiple choice answers. It read like this. A. Talk about yourself all the time. B. Start describing your surroundings. C. Talk about a new topic. D. Don't talk at all. Well, I thought this was really obvious. C was definitely the right answer. I tapped it and the screen flashed green. I got the answer correct. I was 1% into being a socially skilled person. I spent the rest of the day and evening completing my training, and within a few hours, I was 100% a socially skilled person. By the time the training was done, I was ready to get popular. By now, I was fully convinced the app would work. I went to school the next day expecting everyone to start talking to me, but nothing happened. I had even worn my best clothes because I wanted to look my best on the first day I became popular. But people still ignored me. I stood in the hallway feeling like a fool as people walked past me without giving a second glance. I went through the whole day of school without speaking to anyone, not even the teachers. When I got back home, I was furious. I ran into my bedroom, slammed the door, and immediately wrote a bad review for the app because it hadn't worked at all. It was some sort of scam. I decided it was best to just forget about it. Hopefully my parents wouldn't notice the $50 fee on their bill. But then, the next day, a new kid approached me at school and started chatting to me, a lot. "Hi, I'm Max," he said, smiling at me. "I'm Todd," I replied. "I like your shoes," he said, pointing down at my old sneakers. "They're pretty old and smelly," I said. Then, the strangest thing happened. Out of nowhere, Max burst out laughing. "You're so funny," he exclaimed between breaks in laughter. I gaped at him. No one had laughed at one of my jokes before. I was so confused. I didn't recognize Max. It was the middle of the school term. How had I not noticed him before? But I didn't think of it that much. I figured I should listen to my training from iPopular and start up a new topic. "What kind of stuff do you like doing on the weekends?" I asked. "Video games," said Max. "Video games are, like, my favorite hobby." I couldn't believe it. They were my favorite hobby too. Max asked if I wanted to sit with him at lunch, and I agreed gladly. We sat at the lunch table, and some more kids came, and they were all chatting to me, telling me I was so cool, complimenting my hair and stuff. It was completely absurd. I had no clue what was going on. Before long, our lunch table was the busiest one in the cafeteria. People were laughing at all of my jokes and were constantly listening to me instead of ignoring me like most people did. These kids were so fun. The other kids in the cafeteria were staring at our table. I bet they were thinking, why is that loser making people laugh? To be honest, I didn't know why either. When I got home, my phone was buzzing with a lot of notifications. I turned it on and was shocked to find it was the secret app. It said, Congratulations on your first day of being popular. We can say it was a great success. We estimate it shall take only 6 days, 2 hours, and 31 minutes before you are the most popular kid at school. Enjoy. iPopular. I was so happy. I literally started jumping for joy. So the app did work. It wasn't a scam. But then I froze. Wait, how had they done it? How had they made me popular? Then I remembered the training I had gone through, and I realized that must be the answer. The app had improved my social skills. That's why I had made all those friends and why people laughed at all of my jokes. I don't know how the app did it, but it made me popular. I went to school the next day with my new friends, and even more people started hanging out with me. Even some of the kids I had known for years already. I was getting so popular, and a lot of girls were telling me how cute I was too. This one girl, Amy, was someone I had had a crush on ever since kindergarten. I decided now was the time to ask her out, and she said yes. I was so happy. I didn't know how the app was making me popular. Maybe the training really was helping, but I didn't think much of it. But now, knowing what came after that, I really wished I had. As it turned out, the $50 fee was a monthly subscription. If I wanted to keep the app, I had to pay for it every month. But when iPopular notified me of the monthly pay that was due, I ignored it. I didn't need the app anymore. I was popular. I had all the skills I needed. But then, the next day at school, my friends were all gone. I went to our usual lunch table, but none of them seemed to be around. Even my best friend Max had disappeared. Amy was there, but since I was eating at the lunch table all on my own, she ignored me again. She acted like I hadn't even asked her out. I was the most unpopular kid again. What went wrong? Surely I was still skilled enough to make friends. When I got home after a miserable day at school, I decided to do some research on the app. I discovered people had the exact same experience as me. Once they stopped paying the $50 fee, their friends seemed to disappear. I contacted one of the users of the app, and they agreed to explain everything to me. They called me within a few minutes, and everything started to make sense. "Hello?" I said over the phone. "Hi." It was a male voice, and he sounded a bit older than me. "So you want to know the truth, right?" "Yes." "Well, listen closely. Here's the secret about iPopular. It's all fake. Those training sessions they have? Fake. The only reason why you got popular was because they hired those friends you have. Let me guess, all of a sudden a bunch of new kids turned up at your school, right?" I nodded in disbelief. Yes, that's exactly what happened. Same thing happened to me. All those friends were hired. They were paid to be your friend and make you popular. They're not even real students at your school. They just sneaked in and pretended to be. I got off the call, and I couldn't believe what I had just learned. My friends were fake. They were hired by iPopular to be my friend. Max probably didn't even like me. This was highly illegal. I tried to report the app, but suddenly notifications went off from the iPopular app. It said if I told anyone about what I had discovered, they would leak to the school about how I had downloaded the app. That would be so embarrassing. They were going to blackmail me into staying quiet and keep the app a secret. What should I do? Do I stay quiet like they said and save myself even more embarrassment at school? Or do I report the app and save more users in the future from getting scammed? I figured the embarrassment was worth getting this app taken down. I didn't care if they told the school. This scam had to stop. I reported the app, called authorities, told them all about it, and within a few days, the app was shut down. Sure enough, when I went to school the next day, everyone knew about how I had downloaded the app. Somehow, iPopular had sent a message to every single person in my class and leaked out all the times I had used the app. They even included my answer to the question, "Do you ever feel lonely?" I was mortified. But the thing was, not everyone bullied me for it. Sure, a lot of people went up to me and bullied me about trying to buy my popularity, but others thought it was funny and actually started talking to me. I got new friends, and in the end, I did get popular by the secret app. But this time, it wasn't so much a secret. I was hurt that Max had faked our friendship. I really thought we were best friends. I decided I had to message him and confront him about it. I wouldn't run away from this. "Meet me in front of my school at 3 p.m. today," I texted him. He replied back with, "Fine." Later that day, I waited at the front of our school gates, saying goodbye to the real friends I had made that day. And sure enough, there was Max. He waved me over and I walked towards him. "Hi," he said. He acted like nothing had happened. "How could you do this to me?" I asked angrily. Max winced. "Look, Todd, I'm sorry. If it makes you feel any better, I did like being your best friend. You're really cool." I scowled. Best friends don't lie to each other. Max shrugged. I said I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say. "You don't deserve my friendship," I said. "I've made real friends of my own. I don't need your fake friendship." And with those last words, I stormed off, leaving Max staring at me. I guess you guys can learn from my mistake. Don't believe everything you see. If a secret app says it can make you popular within a week, maybe you should take a second look. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my story. Please make sure you like and subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell.